Hello and welcome back to my channel. In this week's video, I will be reviewing how my Game Week 26 free hit team got on against the AI team. Unfortunately, I did not win this round, but I'm going to do it twice more, so we'll do the best of three and hopefully I will be triumphant. So let's get straight into how the team got on and then I will talk about my free hit team for Game Week 27. Here are the results. So the AI team got 62 points, I got 58 points. I will get to my benching decisions shortly, but I think I could have easily won this. Just to remain modest against the robots. The AI team did have 28 points on their bench. They had Raya, they had Gross with 7 points, Nori for 12 points and Dawson for 7. I did say in my last video that I was quite surprised that they were benching Wolves players against Sheffield United. I definitely would have played Nori, maybe Dawson as well. I was quite surprised that they didn't have Hwang in there, but unfortunately that did not pay off for me. So side-by-side comparison, obviously both went for Sarr, came away with 7 points. The AI team went for double Villa defence, which I wasn't too keen on. I did go for Alex Moreno, and I think if this was my real life team, I probably would have benched Moreno and gone for Ake instead. And there was also early team news about City, so I was sure that Ake was going to start. And I did think that Villa were going to concede to Forest, because obviously we've got Taiwo in my team. I always feel like they find a way to get a goal somehow. So I don't know whether I would have necessarily gone for that, but I said in my video that I was going to play Moreno, and obviously I have to stick with what I've said. But they went for double, and Moreno also came away with -1, so it was even worse than cash. Then we both had an Arsenal defender. They went for Gabriel, I went for Saliba, 2 points away from that. And then the midfield, Bowen, when that hat-trick happened, I thought I was going to absolutely crumble in terms of my AI team, because I only just worked out how well we both did. But it turns out I was okay. I managed to stay up there. But I was saying in the video, the AI knows something, because I would never have picked Bowen in a million years. And then comes away with a hat-trick. So hats off to all of you that did keep Bowen for this long. You definitely deserve those points. And then we both went for Garnacho. Unfortunately, only 2 points in that one. And then Saka, the absolute, another double-digit haul for him. Absolutely adore him. Scored against Newcastle, came away with 10 points. AI went for De Bruyne, who only played, I think, 6 minutes and got a yellow card. So he came away with 0. And then I went for Hwang, which obviously the most popular FPL Twitter transfer in. Obviously, he's going to blank. So only got 3 points from that one. And then up front, so I got quite lucky with this, because I originally chose Højlund, and it was announced literally right after I uploaded my video that he was out with an injury. I would have naturally gone for Tony, but because the AI team had Tony, I thought I'd go for someone else to make it a bit different. I went for Taiwo, and he got an assist, so I was really happy with that. And he managed to outscore Tony by 1 point. And I really did think that Tony was going to be the Bowen of the week. I thought he was going to be the one that would get the hat-trick, but unfortunately not. And then we've got well, not unfortunately for this video, but for my team selection. We'll get to that in another video. And then Watkins, obviously, he is so unbelievably consistent. He came away with 9 points. And then Haaland, we both put the captaincy on. He only got an assist this game, so he got 5 points, which takes us to a total of 10. My bench was okay. Areola, 2 points. Trippier, thank goodness I didn't start him. Absolutely terrible. 0 points. Ake with the 6 points. And then McGinn with 6, because he got an assist. So I'm really glad that I brought him in, even if I didn't play him. But it is really interesting to do the side-by-side comparison and see where AI is versus where I am. And obviously they have outscored me by 4 points, which now takes me to my Game Week 27 free hit team selection. So similar to before, I'm going to be working from my current team and then making my free hit team from there. I must say, and I'm probably going to jinx myself here, but I quite like the look of my team this game week. So some of these transfers will be for entertainment purposes only, for the AI experiment. Use that as my excuse. Next week will probably be my real free hit team, so we're going to be very serious for that one. But for this one, we are just going to have a bit of fun with it. So I'm going to take out Dubravka, because obviously Newcastle are not the best at the moment, and they are conceding a lot of goals, which is very unfortunate. And I'm going to be bringing in Raya. Arsenal are on fire. Unfortunately, they didn't keep a clean sheet last week, but they did keep 2 in the week before that. Plus, they're playing Sheffield United this game week. It's an away fixture. I see Arsenal doing so well. They're coming off the back of these massive hauls. So I think that's going to be a really tough one for Sheffield United, but a good one in terms of clean sheets. And that brings us nicely on to Saliba. Obviously, he is staying put. Then I'm going to be taking out Pinnock. He's injured anyway, so that's one that I need to deal with in my real team. And then I'm going to go for, and I'm sorry if I butcher the pronunciation, Senesi. I'm going for the Bournemouth defender. Now, there are a few flaws with him. Whilst there are some good fixtures coming up, they've got Burnley away, and then they have the double game week with Sheffield United and Luton. He is on 8 yellow cards, so if you're thinking of bringing him in for a long-term transfer, just be wary of that. But for a free hit, I'm here for it. I enjoy it. His ownership is really low at 4.3%. He's only 4.5 million. Yes, hasn't got the best track record at the moment, but he is the highest scoring defender in the game and has scored 3 goals so far. So we could maybe get that attacking potential from him. Plus the Burnley fixture for this upcoming game week, I really like in terms of clean sheets. So we're going to go for him. And then I'm also, it'd be good if I actually added him. Then I'm also going to just keep Estupiñán because he'll be benched anyway and it'll make the free hit easier decisions. And then I'm going to take out Ake because the rotation risk scares me for a free hit team. You want to know that your players are going to be more than likely starting. And I'm going to go in for Van Dijk, which, if you know, I am a Chelsea fan. And unfortunately, he did ruin my Sunday. But in terms of fantasy, we'll bring him in. It's quite expensive at 6.4 million. Obviously, we've got minus 0.7 in the bank now. So I'm going to have to sort that out. And I think a really easy way to do that, and again, will probably just be a bench thing, so a bench player. So I'm not going to think too much about it, but we're going to downgrade Trippier 6.9 down to Dan Burn for 4.4. Not really feeling Newcastle this week for the fixture against Wolves. I can see Hwang maybe rewarding some of us for keeping him, trying to speak it into existence. He will be coming up the free hit team, Hwang. But yeah, downgrade to Burn, and then I'll probably just bench Burn and Estupiñán for this team. And then I am going to keep hold of Saka because he is incredible. Just look at his run in the recent game weeks. 10 points, 15 points, 15 points, 9, 10. So good. Why haven't I captained him during those? But I'm going to be, and this is where the entertainment purposes comes in, because I would quite like to have Foden for the fixture against Manchester United. It's a really good fixture for City. And owning Foden the last few game weeks has actually been made watching City games a lot more enjoyable. But for the sake of this video, we are taking out Foden and I'm going to bring in Son. So for my team, you will see I have no Spurs players, and last week I took a -4 last minute and I took out Richarlison and I brought in Hwang, which I obviously regret massively, and I wasn't fully on board with the decision, and then I got FOMO and I just brought him in and I'm gutted. So we're going to make amends through my fake free hit team instead. I think I could obviously have gone back to Richarlison, but let's go full force. Let's go for Son. He's got an XG of 7.0, expected assists of 4.8. He's on penalties. He's got the ability to play at left wing as the number 9. I think he's the best Spurs asset to target. Plus, James Maddison is also back and fit, so the Spurs attack will be looking very, very healthy. They're playing Palace at home this game week, which is a very welcome fixture as well. And I just think from the Spurs attackers, it's really tough between Son, Maddison, Richarlison. But I think I'm just going to go all in on Son. Maddison, I am a little bit tempted by, and again, I'm quite tempted to go back to Richarlison. But I think Son is the one for me to target this week. And then I'm going to keep hold of Palmer. I'm also going to keep hold of Gordon, playing Wolves at home. And we know what Gordon's like at home. And then again, for entertainment purposes, I'm going to do Hwang to Gross. I keep on talking about Gross, but I think the nice run is it's going to be over fairly soon. He's done really well in recent game weeks since 23, 11 points, 10 points, 8 points, 7 points. And they've been quite a nice opposition for him. And then upcoming fixtures, got Fulham away and then Nottingham Forest at home. But then he blanks and then Brighton go into Liverpool away, Brentford, Arsenal. So I think if you're going to get him, it's kind of now or never. And I quite like him in terms of this Fulham fixture. But he's been on such a good run in the past 4 game weeks. He's had 4 assists, a goal, 11 bonus points. Real key figure. And Fulham are just not great at defending set pieces. And Gross will be taking corners and free kicks. So I think you can take advantage of that. And if you are free hitting, bring him in. If you're looking for a transfer midfield, bring him in anyway. But probably won't keep hold of him past the blank. And then in terms of forwards, I'm going to have to keep hold of Ollie Watkins. He's the highest scoring player in the game now. He's had 14 goals and 15 assists. Villa have a really nice fixture coming up as well against Luton, who have conceded 51 goals this season. And they've got the worst expected goals conceded in the league. I don't know why I'm laughing at that. That's not nice. I want Luton to stay up. But their expected goals conceded is 52.3. So Watkins is staying there. Obviously, I'm also going to keep Haaland. Despite his output being lower than probably what we expect, he has had 3 goals and 2 assists since returning. And for a normal player, we'd probably be quite happy with that. Whereas with Haaland, he has so many chances and it's just not conversing at the moment. But his stats are still really impressive. So the haul is definitely imminent. Look at Saka. Underlying stats were great, but we weren't seeing the output. And now recent game weeks, we've had double-digit hauls back to back. And also, we saw City last night in the cup game against Luton. Absolutely annihilated them. 5 goals in total, ridiculous. And that could happen at any point in the Premier League. Playing Manchester United this week is a really, really great fixture for City. And City have also scored the 3rd most goals in the league with 59 in total. So I can see this one being quite high scoring, and hopefully Haaland will have so much input in that. And then that takes me to Tony. I would really like to keep Tony in my free hit team for this upcoming game week. Brentford are obviously playing Chelsea at home. They're coming off the back of some pretty disappointing game weeks, to be honest. 3 losses in a row. So it pains me to say it, but I could see them just throwing the kitchen sink at the Chelsea fixture. Plus, he's at home. And we haven't really seen too much of Tony recently. But for the sake of the video, we're going to do, potentially, Tony to Solanke. Now, Solanke is injured. He didn't play in the cup game last night. And we also saw him I thought he was going to go off in the City game. He did go down. And he didn't look too great. But I think I'm quite keen to target this Burnley fixture. They're a really poor team defensively. They've conceded the second most goals with 58 in total, and Solanke can definitely take advantage of this if he isn't injured. There is a big caveat there, if he's not injured. So, yeah, I am quite concerned about that knee injury, but he's one to watch, and if he's fit, he's definitely going to come into the team. He's on penalties, he's Bournemouth's talisman, and his fitness dependent should be playing the full 90. He's played the full 90 the last couple of games, so fingers crossed he is fit and raring to go. So this is the team. I have given myself a benching headache, which I'm not feeling too great about because I'll be benching Areola, Estupinian, Burn, and then the midfield. I don't see, maybe I could just keep it like this. And if Solanke's out, he'll just go onto the bench automatically. And then I'll bench Gross, I guess, or maybe Palmer. But I have a bit of a fear of benching Palmer. Brentford away. I don't know. I think this will probably be one I'm going to think about. Let me know in the comments who you think I should bench. At the moment, I'd quite like to play. I can live vicariously through my free hit team, so I can play Gross and bench Palmer. Okay, for now, I'm going to say I'm going to bench Palmer and start Gross. If this changes, I will comment down below and let you know that I've decided that I'll bench someone else. But let me know what you think. So this is how the team is looking. I'm feeling pretty confident. And then I think, again, I'll just go for Haaland captaincy. So let's have a look. The moment, this fit makes me really nervous. Let's have a look at the AI team that they've put together. So this is my current team. I will go to, this is on Fantasy Football Hub, by the way, guys, if you are interested. So the free hit team. Okay, side-by-side comparison. We've got the same goalkeeper, nice. Again, I've gone for Saliba, they've gone for Gabriel, absolutely fine. Interesting. So they've gone for Robertson and I've gone for Van Dijk. So I feel like I'm on the right track going for a Liverpool defender. That's nice. And then they've kept Trippier, which worries me. You know why? Because I thought Trippier was an automatic, get him out of your team, it's not good. But apparently, let me just adjust my screen. Apologies, people. Apparently, Trippier is one to keep. And is that because of the attacking returns? Oh, these robots are messing with my mind. Okay, so they've got different defence to me. I've obviously gone for that Bournemouth defender instead. And then the midfield, they've gone all out Spurs attack. Oh no, I'm worried. Okay, so the AI could not decide between Richarlison, Son and Maddison, or they're just going to be the high scorers. Oh, why did I sell Richarlison in my real team? This is not what I needed to see in an afternoon. Okay, so I've gone for Son. They've got Richarlison and Maddison, fine. And then they've also gone Saka. I've also gone Saka. But we've got a broadly different midfield. And then the front three, of course, they've kept Tony when I've just said that I'm going to get rid of him for Solanke. So if Solanke is not fit, for fairness, I'll have to bring in a different forward. And if that happens, again, I will comment below who I would hypothetically have gone for. And then on the bench, not really too much to rave about, really. I think last week I was a bit more surprised by the benching decisions, whereas this week, absolutely fine. So we have got some quite big differences. And then AI has also gone for Haaland captaincy. But if Spurs blank, I will absolutely walk this game week. But if Spurs have a bloodbath of goals, then I'm going to be so sheepish when it comes to my final free hit team and not be feeling fully confident about going into the next game week when I will probably be using my real life free hit. So fingers crossed, we will be okay. But do let me know in the comments what you think about the difference between the two teams. And if you have any advice for me to go up against the AI. So that is the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please do. We are ticking along nicely. And I've also opened up channel memberships, which is fun. So have a look at that. And if it is something you would like to join, please do. Be very exciting. I will talk about it a bit more in my live stream on Sunday. But in terms of content for the rest of the week, I will be uploading my team selection probably Friday morning and also doing a Q&A with Ellie, which will be live on Thursday. So hit the notification bell so you don't miss that. And I will see you in the next video.